One of the most common questions that we are asked in coaching sessions is, how will my ex see my change if we're not talking, if we're not seeing each other, or if we're not connected on social media? Coach Alex, I know you've been asked this question before.
Yes, Coach Adrian.
And so we thought it would be timely to do an entire podcast episode, to do a video on Love Advice TV, to address this important issue, to bring you clarity, to bring you peace of mind, and for you to understand practical next steps to continue to move forward on your breakup recovery journey. Coach Alex, when someone asks you a question of this kind, where do you usually start? How do you usually address this question?
The first thing is, I feel your pain. I feel it. I understand it. You seem to think that there is no solution. You're desperate. You are suffering. And most of the time, it's because there is no closure on the relationship. Let's say that person ghosted you. That person left you without telling you exactly what was the issue, what was the problem. So you're thinking, what can I do? What is possible? And so when you look at your personal situation, the first thing I want to tell you is that I feel your pain. I know that it's difficult, but I guess we have some solution, Coach Adrian, right?
Absolutely. Of course we do.
So based on your situation right now, what I want to tell you, and it's a sentence that I use all the time, it is just that the truth of today, so the situation that you're in today, will not be the same tomorrow. Now, I don't know if it's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but we will have solutions. We will do actions to prove that you have changed, but we will do it at the perfect timing. And that is what I think coaching to get your ex back is, doing the right actions at the right time. But the first thing you need to understand is that the situation that you're in today, it's because of the past mistakes. Let's say that you have been codependent, you have been harassing your ex, asking a lot of questions. Yeah, they will block you. They will stop responding to you. They will stop being in touch. They will unfriend you on Instagram. So you think that you have no chance to show them that you have changed. But we have seen throughout the years that there is still some solutions. Before to talk about the solution that I see, I want to know if you want to add something, Coach Adrian.
Yes, absolutely. I love the fact that you started by empathizing with the pain that you are experiencing. We get it. That's what we've spent the last 10 years of our lives really doing, is supporting individuals just like you through this challenging crisis and this challenging period of your life. I must address the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is that when someone usually asks me this question, it's because they're still seeking their ex's validation above everything else. And of course, if you're watching this video, it's because ultimately you want to get back with this person that you love. I get it. However, the mystical aspect of this process is that in order to maximize your chances to be with this person, your actions cannot be centered solely around seeking their validation. And so personal growth and personal transformation needs to be genuine and authentic in order to really give yourself a chance to rebuild trust and to offer something new. If you're only doing certain things to get to the finish line, to just get back together because you're in pain and you miss them and you want to be with them, in essence, you're going through the motions, but there's the real profound transformation that needs to occur will not happen. You're going to fall short in that sense. You're just looking for shortcuts to get back together. And here it is expressed or manifested in the fact that you are more concerned about them validating your change than actually about going through the process of a true transformation. That's what I hear when someone asks me this question. And the reality is that if you approach this process the right way, like Coach Alex was saying, opportunities will come.
All the time.
Opportunities will come, even if you're blocked, even if you have no means of communicating with your ex today. Because as you grow, you will see new possibilities. And as you grow, you will not be communicating with your ex in the same way. You're going to regain your mojo. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be less afraid of rejection. Your fears will not be as great. And so there are going to be so many different ways, subtle ways, by which we can have different touch points to send the signal to this person that you are not the individual that they broke up with. You are not the person that they said no to. And by really approaching this process the right way, we are going to make sure that we surprise your significant other and that they start to see a future in which you guys can be happy together. But again, it starts with intention. Are you being manipulative by just trying to do certain things so that they see, that yes, indeed, you've evolved and you're the right candidate? Or did you really go through a process of understanding what went wrong, analyzing your mistakes, and choosing to build new habits, to develop new qualities and new attitudes because you want to be a better person? If you're on that path, surely opportunities will come.
And you will have a lot of options. It seems insane, but let's say that you're doing what Coach Adrian just mentioned. It makes sense to write a letter. It makes sense to post on social media about your new activities. It makes sense to reach out to your ex and just genuinely trying to understand if their project is doing well and to talk about your new goals, because you are separating yourself from the end results, from the outcome. As you mentioned, Coach Adrian, every time that we ask this question, like, how can I show my change if we are not in touch, if we are not contacting each other, if we are blocked on social media? We are so much focused on the outcome, then we just show to our ex that we are the same person, or at least that we are in the same energy. Mm-hmm. And that is the reason why your ex will continue to avoid you. Your ex will continue to not respond to you. And it's not an easy situation. I remember coaching one guy, amazing man, amazing person. He was really willing to change from Chicago. And he just told me, Alex, I'm willing to take the time. And by taking his time, he was evolving day after day until he found a way to tell himself, this is the moment. I feel great. Even if she doesn't respond, I understand that. I feel great. I feel myself. This is what we are looking, instead of I would do something, I hope that he or she would respond. I hope because I miss them so much, so badly. We can feel this energy. And I'm happy for this guy because he got the response after 6 months of no contact. So I hope for you it will not be that long. Mm-hmm. This was an extreme situation, but he was able to change, get a response. They are going to see each other again next week. So, there is no perfect formula to get your ex back. The reality is, are you trusting who you are becoming right now? And did you make the decision to connect at what you need to become if you want to reattract your ex?
Ultimately, we understand that it's not an easy process. That's why we decided to spend our life helping individuals that are walking this path of trying to rebuild a relationship. And it's important for you to not focus just on the obstacles and to not make it even more challenging for yourself. And instead, focus on getting positive momentum, on setting goals in your day-to-day that you can control. And once you are able to gain that positive momentum, you will see that you won't feel the need, basically, to get that validation from your significant other. And you will also inspire them to bring themselves to account and to really think about those things that they need to work on. because it's not all your fault. And you are not the only person that needs to grow and to evolve, even if they don't want to be with you, even if they're sure, and even if they keep reminding you of the pain and all of the frustrations that they have from the relationship. Both parties need to grow. And taking this approach will help you maximize your chances that your significant other will also seek to grow during this process, which is something that is necessary in order to be in a healthy relationship long term.
And you have to understand that. You have to be okay with it. And you have to decide that you are opening a new page to your personal life. Now talking about, how we say, actions, things that you can do. And, sometimes Coach Adrian, you don't like to talk about these techniques, but it's my philosophy and I want to share it to you. It's important for you to make your online profile on social media public. Because even if your ex is not talking to you, maybe someone closer to your ex will look at your pictures, look at your new post. So we need to try to use this little trick to make sure that your ex is seeing that you have changed. We will post online about every new activities. Of course, we want to do a new photo shoot just because it's also part of the new version of yourself. Most of the time, we will have to reach out to your ex. So your ex is not seeing that you have changed because you're not in touch right now, but that doesn't mean that we cannot do an action. I talk about the letter, I talk about the text message just to regain some news. So we will provide you some actions, but before that, you need to make sure that you're on the right mindset and you don't expect anything so you can really be confident with your changes.
The reality is once the changes are real and sustainable and done primarily for your own sanity, well-being, and happiness, you become an embodiment of the transformation that has occurred. And so any touch point becomes positive, whether it's through social media, whether it's through a direct outreach, whether it's through an indirect outreach, or whether it's through mutual friends or family members, because it's genuine, it's authentic, and it's not just meant to kind of get a reaction or to prove something to your significant other. And so that authenticity is felt, and it makes it a lot more likely for your ex to trust you. And again, to also start to look inward about and think about, gee, if he or she was able to grow from there to here, what have I been up to and what do I need to work on as well? And this is where the balance of power really starts to be leveled off, because you're no longer in a position where you seek their validation. You are happy, you are content, you are proud of the journey that you've kind of gone through. And so because you're no longer seeking their validation, you can interact with them as equals, just like you did the first time around, just like you did at the very beginning of the relationship. And so it's okay to flirt. It's okay to tease. It's okay to joke around with them, because you're no longer afraid of saying the wrong thing. And there lies, in essence, the secrets of attraction and of reconnection, and how to rebuild chemistry, even if mistakes had happened at the time of the breakup or afterwards.
I love what you just mentioned, Coach Adrian. It makes a lot of sense. So if you need help in this direction, we will include, just right in the description, some very private videos on attraction, rebuilding trust, and making your ex wants to talk to you again. Because let's not skip the phase. I saw so many people that want to show to their ex that they have changed to get them back. I think it's too soon. Let's recreate some conversation, communication. Let's just meet again. And from a meeting in person, you will find easy to recreate attraction and seduction. But for that, you need the private videos that are in the description. So make sure to click on it and to enjoy them. I also want you to smash the like button if you're on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform, because we want to make sure that we can support everyone in a breakup. I feel your pain. I know it's difficult when you're not in touch with them, when you feel that everything that you do is worthless because they will never see it. Look, you will have opportunities. They will see it in the future, but they also will see it if you don't change. They will see if you have something in your mind, right? If you fake it, you will have 0 opportunities. So let's try to get real opportunities by doing the work, and we are here for that.
That's right. We want to move away from desperation and manipulation and move towards confidence, well-being, authenticity. This is what helps rebuild trust. And this is how you can lay the foundation for a new healthy relationship. We are here. We are here in private coachings. Please take advantage of the free resources where we go much more in depth than we can in this format. And it's free and it's here for you. So as always, thank you so much for your trust. Thank you so much for taking the time. And if you have further questions, also don't hesitate to leave them for us. And also, if you think that there are interesting topics that we could touch on that would help a lot of people across continents and cultures and ages and genders, let us know so that we could provide you with more support.
So we're here for you guys. Stay strong. Make sure that you do the job for yourself first. Then you will have opportunities and the reattraction process will be very, very fun. We'll see you soon, guys, and keep
Fighting the good fight. Take good care.